get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before, no.
Okay, and go.
Okay, so for contracts, something that I would want to know as an intern is how to do the process right. So every MTF that we go to does contracts differently, and they manage their course differently.
Hi interns, hi Dr. G, hi Colonel Craig, and Pete if you're there. In regards to contracts too, validate your requirements. A lot of times the clinical staff will just be like, hey, I need nurses, and not explain what they actually need. Once you have your contract in place, make sure that you're monitoring your performance and continue to monitor your requirements. And just remember that contracting wants to DIOB. I mean, you may want to DIOB, but that's not contract focused. So again, those funds that you've now committed and obligated, you may not be able to use in the right FY. So again, it's just monitoring performance and validating requirements, and you guys should be good.
So you need to know that you need to manage your contracts, probably have a contract review board to monitor how many millions of dollars are going out of your hospital with contracts. And don't let your Lieutenant Colonel Chief of Radiology be the one writing the request for service contract approval at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get ahead of that, know who's doing it, and hold them accountable. Good luck.
Contracts.
What about contracts?
What do you think is the one thing that we should know about contracts when we go to our MTF?
Timing is everything.
I don't know.
Specific problems we're having at our MTF is folks actually submitting their service contract requests on time, right, and then actually following through, and not just submitting the paperwork, but the actual activity, following through to make sure that all the documentation is complete and they actually have a COR that can do quality assurance and performance work statements on the actual vendor once it is awarded. And make
The CORs don't know how to do their job.
Make sure you have a 1 to end list, and you have to start making cuts. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go tackle that? What are the most mission critical service contracts that you should have, as well as your personal service contracts? Something to be aware as a comptroller, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Tracer. It's important to go into one contract, but I would highly recommend understanding the best contract process to do. So, which would be consolidating contracts. So, I don't know what they have at the MC currently, but they have difficulty understanding where all the contracts are at, who manages the contracts. But if you can, wherever you go, I would try to contract that cell.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Nguyen. I'm the Chief of IMD.
So, sir, what do you think about contract management within your department?
So for IMD, we have over 50 contracts that we manage on an annual basis. I would say as a chief, I'm not very familiar with each one of those, and I'm highly dependent on my COR to manage those contracts. For the most part, even them themselves will not have the day-to-day knowledge of how those contracts are being used, performed, as well as when they're not being used. So I would say there's challenges in managing those contracts.
And limit the number of cores that have a second or third job. That's their duty. So try to get those cores and then maximize the number of contracts they do, because I think it's streamlined process of managing those contracts.
We'll do the same thing for
So I would. Is it 30 seconds is the limit? Oh.
That can be your bit.
Perfect. You need to end on that note.
Yeah, we're done.
No, wait. Say it one more time.